How's it going, guys? Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So check it out. We have a company, a stock to break down today that I'm watching very closely heading into this brand new week. We're going to break down what the company does, why I'm watching them, what the opportunity is here, and overall some news we got. It's major news regarding this company. So guys, let's dive into it. Jam-packed video. You're going to want to stick on throughout the entire video. So hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Join my free email stock newsletter if you guys want. And check out my Patreon for my portfolio updates. All those links are down below. And with that being said, guys, let's dive into it. So the company we're going to cover today is called Digital Asset Technologies, and they trade on the CSE, the Canadian Stock Exchange, under ticker symbol DATT, and on the OTC under ticker symbol EATBF. We're going to break down, again, everything you need to know about this company, the opportunity, why I'm watching them, and overall why I'm excited about kind of the future here, which some could consider or would consider the future of finance, right? That's where this company, is in, or that's what this company is kind of going for, the future of finance, and is very interesting. Let's just dive into it here, guys. I'll pull it up right here without wasting any more time. So again, the company is called Digital Asset Technologies, and like I said, they trade on the Canadian Stock Exchange under ticker symbol DATT and on the OTC under EATBF. And if you guys didn't know, I'm sure a lot of you know, the future of finance is changing rapidly right now, guys, very rapidly, with everything going on from real estate and energy trading to gold to cryptocurrency, global currencies, government treasuries, right? You name it. The market for tokenized assets is set to explode past $16 trillion by 2030, according to Boston Consulting Group and ADDX, which this company, again, Digital Asset Technologies, this is what they're going for, right? The future of finance. So again, let me say this one more time. The market for tokenized assets is set to explode past $16 trillion by 2030, according to Boston Consulting Group and ADDX. And this is exactly where Digital Asset Technologies comes into play. And you guys can see here their website. It says it on the front: unlocking the future of finance with exposure to the most promising Web3 and digital asset sectors. And before we dive deep into this company, an acquisition they just made, kind of, what they do, right? They just actually rebranded. So this company's doing a complete rebrand right now. They were once called Eat and Beyond. They're now rebranding to Digital Asset Technologies, right? And this strategic shift from alt food to digital asset infrastructure and blockchain tech. That's the strategic shift we're seeing right now. And they recently restructured the stock, which actually allows investors to participate at lower prices, right? So let's dive a little bit deeper into this. So Digital Asset Technologies is a next generation investment firm focused on the evolving world of digital assets and Web3 technologies. They provide strategic, diversified exposure to the most promising sectors of the decentralized economy, right? And their first acquisition here, which we'll dive deeper into later in this video, but just to touch upon it very quickly, is Liquid Link, right? Powering the future of global payments. And this is by transforming cross-border payments by providing instant, low-cost, multi-currency transactions. And this is by using XRP, stablecoins, and Ripple's network and the Interledger Protocol, ILP. This company is able to solve the delays and high costs of traditional international transfers, which, guys, that is key, man. And they recently, Digital Assets, like I said, they're rebranding, right? Kind of shifting their business. They recently acquired 100% of Liquid Link AI Corp, formerly known as Milo Media, actually, Milo Media Technologies, which they're actually building out. Liquid Link AI is building out a brand new platform called XRPFi by combining intelligent search, seamless discovery and powerful routing tools, right? XRPFi will give individuals and businesses the tools they need to build, trade, and scale confidently in the Web3 economy, right? And if we come down here a little bit, you can see kind of how it works. Our system ensures seamless, instant, and cost-effective transactions across financial institutions worldwide. And of course, I'll leave a link down below, guys, to this website if you guys want to go look deeper into it yourselves. But the XRPFi platform is currently in active development and is scheduled to launch by the end of second quarter Q2 2025. Pretty soon here, right? And the deal here was 15 million shares plus 18 and a half cents plus 15 million warrants at 5 cents, a 2-year expiry on those, right? And coming over here to this next page, the vision of this company is rock solid. You know, it's clear. The vision is to create a smarter way to invest in Web3, right? Digital Asset Technologies' vision is to bridge traditional capital with a decentralized future, offering investors intelligent, curated access to the rapidly growing Web3 landscape, right? And you might be asking yourself, Stas, all right, what's all this about Web3? Why Web3? Well, the future is decentralized. That's the reality, right? There's exponential growth in digital ownership and tokenized ecosystems. There's clear disruption of finance, gaming, identity, and data markets. And on top of that, global movement toward transparency, autonomy, and user control. You're seeing that not only in the United States, but in Canada, in Europe, across the world, right? There's a clear global movement toward transparency, autonomy, and user control, right? And if we continue on here, guys, what's the investment thesis? Well, this company's targeting high-impact sectors, right? They identify and invest in early-stage and emerging opportunities across these different areas, right? DeFi, decentralized finance, the metaverse, and digital identity, decentralized AI and data economies, infrastructure and protocol layers, and tokenized real-world assets, also known as RWAs, which we'll talk more about here in a second. And this is where diversification meets conviction, right? The idea here is to have a curated portfolio of high-conviction Web3 sectors, balanced exposure across early-stage tokens, equity, and yield-generating strategies, along with active management to navigate volatility and capture upside, right? Very, very critical. And if we continue on here, guys, going back to Liquid Link, this company's first acquisition, right? Like we said, this enables fast and efficient payments across both blockchain networks and traditional financial systems using open source protocols like the Interledger Protocol ILP, and this powers XRPFi, like we said, a search engine that scans the XRP ledger to catalog and rank all digital assets issued on the network, and the system works by finding the cheapest routes for converting one currency to another while taking into consideration the reputation of the sources, guys. This is huge, and XRPFi aims to be the Google search engine of Web3 and this new internet of value. Think about just how big that could end up turning into, right? And just the internet of value, it's insane. Beyond currencies, right? Enabling RWA transfers on XRPL, and Liquid Link's core technologies, intelligent routing, ILP integration, and scalable payment infrastructure are not limited to just currency swaps. They are essential to enabling efficient, low-cost movement of any value across networks, including tokenized RWAs. And why is Liquid Link critical? Well, it's cross-network routing of tokenized assets, reduced friction for high-value, low-frequency asset trades, and universal settlement layers for decentralized RWA finance, right? And it's nuts because this is the first publicly traded company, right? Digital Assets digital asset technologies, excuse me, that's actively building on the XRP ledger, XRPL, right? We've mentioned that a lot here. And the company plans to sell its services for XRP and other digital assets, potentially offering leveraged exposure to them, similar to how gold miners provide leverage exposure to gold, right? You guys kind of see where this is going, and it taps into the growing utility and adoption of XRPL, the XRP ledger. And it's big, man. Why, there's a lot of reasons why it matters, and why you guys should be paying attention to this, right? And the real world asset revolution is real. It's here. Real world assets are physical or traditional financial assets, or rather, real world assets are physical or traditional financial assets that are tokenized and represented on the blockchain. That's what RWAs are. We have equities, equity shares, real estate, commodities, treasury bills and bonds, right? Invoices and receivables. It's a big industry, guys, and the current tokenized market size, we covered that earlier, or maybe that was a different figure actually, but it's roughly $6 billion in 2024 and projected by 2030 over $10 trillion according to the Boston Consulting Group. So this is a big market, and how Liquid Link earns money? Well, you have tiny transaction fees, spreads on currency swaps, indirect revenue, and of course by holding XRP tokens themselves. So this is exciting. This is very exciting, man. The fact that Digital Asset Technologies is rebranding. Now they're getting into the future of finance, Web3, creating, this awesome platform, and their acquisition of Liquid Link. This is very, very exciting, and it's definitely innovative 100%. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's the first public company actively building on the XRP ledger, which I'm super pumped to see kind of what comes out of this over the coming quarters. And again, they're looking to launch their platform on XRPL in the end of this second quarter, pretty soon here, guys, in 2025. So adding this company, Digital Asset Technologies, onto your watch list right now is a no-brainer. I'm watching it like a hawk heading into this week, the week after that, and for weeks and weeks and weeks to come to see how it plays out. And again, they trade on the CSE under ticker symbol DATT and on the OTCQB under ticker symbol EATBF. So add them to your watch list, and full disclosure, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not saying to go buy this stock. Please do your own research, guys. And full disclosure, this video was made on behalf of Digital Asset Technologies, and I personally own 0 shares of this stock right now. And with that being said, guys, I'll catch you all in the next video.